I'm Natasha Silver Bell. I'm the CEO and founder of SilverBell Global. We have become known for the go-to organization internationally to create a bespoke, private approach to a family system in the behavioral health space. So we bring in a multidisciplinary team with highly skilled psychiatrists, psychologists, and create a collective team that is communicating and identifying the assessment process along the way so we can stabilize the family when they have been in treatment, instead of treatment, or to begin that treatment process. When I think about what it is our company has to offer a family or other professionals, is that there's no hurry. There might be a time-sensitive matter that might require a more hasty approach, but we prefer actually to slow down, zoom out, pause, and gather the necessary information so that we can be highly effective when we do begin our work with a family as they approach maybe the topics of conversation that aren't that comfortable, because it takes a gentle awareness. 700,000 suicides in 2023, last year alone, the World Health Organization shared. That's a staggering number. I mean, that's like fighting all the wars combined over the last 20, 30 years. And to think that that is the war that we're all facing now on a global scale, something has to be done different. And identifying the problem usually begins with creating an awareness in the family system. So that would be the piece that I would like to address the most when we enter a family, is how can we be helpful for the long run so we don't have to come back. I think one of the pieces that sets us apart is really creating a human-to-human experience with the identified patient to begin, which then yields itself to the collective family, and recognizing that we're all suffering human beings, myself included. As a woman in recovery, I have suffered a lot and I've learned how to overcome that, and that's what we're really looking to help provide, is that hope for that family member. I think most importantly, I'm a mom, and when I sit down with usually a stakeholder, which is typically a matriarch or a patriarch of a family, no mother wants to say, my child is suffering, and I'm speaking with them, not at them. And I think it's a big distinction so that I like to hold my clients' hands. I like to be present with them. I like to hear where they're coming from and their pain and their suffering. Oftentimes we get called when the roof is on fire and they've had other treatments or other professionals in their journey, and we're known as the last stop on the bus route. But I prefer not to be known like that, although I do appreciate understanding that usually things get solved when they come to us. But that's because families have suffered quite a bit, and there's a way to mitigate and slow this down and get in front of it. I wouldn't say prevent it always, but certainly create a much more heightened sense of awareness by gentle conversations with a family member or a loved one who's sensing that maybe their son or their daughter has a problem and they need some support. The underlying issue that causes, let's say, a behavior such as self-harm, suicide ideation, substance abuse, and eating disorder is rooted in an underlying trauma of some kind. And that's our staff is trained by the best professionals in the world to address those issues so that the symptom doesn't become the focus. So with an eating disorder, food is not the issue. It's the control, what's driving that control, that OCD behavior, and we want to help create the ethos that gets underneath it when everyone's ready. SilverBell Global is an organization that champions the human spirit most importantly, and I want all of our clients to recognize how valued, how seen, how heard they are at a pace that helps them regulate at a lot better efficiency.